Hey everybody, and welcome to my in5 series where I try and cover a topic in about 5 minutes. This video is probably going to go longer, but it is session 3.1 in what will likely be a extended series. I don't know how long it's going to go for, but let's kick off what I want to do first. Take a song, we're loading it into the RipX stem separation tool. I just want to kick this off to separate out voice, bass, other sounds and instruments, drums and percussion, separate guitar and piano. And I'm just going to click rip. We'll probably figure out actually doing some other separation pieces in a little bit, but it's going to take 6 minutes, so it's already well into my 5-minute videos. And let's just talk about why I'm doing this. I have a lot of songs that I had written, I don't know, 10, 20 years ago, and I can no longer get access to the stems of them for various reasons. Some of it's because the DAW either I don't have a system that can run it anymore, like Acid Pro. I had like versions 3 and 4 and did a lot of songs in. I also used Ableton Live, a pretty old version years ago. I don't know, probably back using like version 4 or 5. I've been using it since version 1, so I guarantee I have plenty of projects that just won't load correctly into Ableton. Beyond that though, I have a lot of, I used to use a lot of effects and instruments that just don't exist or don't run on modern systems anymore. And over the years, I haven't kept up and maintained older like Mac or Windows systems to be able to load up this stuff. So I've got a lot of what I would consider abandoned projects that I can no longer load up and get the stems out of. Should I have actually done stem separation and created multiple tracks and all that? Absolutely. Am I in a state where I cannot do that anymore without a lot of pain and difficulty? Absolutely. So I'm going to be going through and just testing out different stem separation tools, and I'm not looking to do a review on them or anything, but what I do want to do is just see, like, is there something that's musically workable as I kind of go through and just try the different tools, and can I get some things that I can work with and play with that will allow me to do, whether I want to do a remix or be able to load it up on something like an MPC or an SP404 Mark II, and then take that content and try and build out some versions of the songs that like I could go play out or something. So it's going to be a lot of, I guess, research and investigation and things, and just seeing how some of these tools work and getting a sense for them so that I can try and see what I can do with it. So you can see here, this is going to take 3 minutes. This actually comes from an album called Isolation. I did it with a good friend. I don't know, my daughter was not even born and through to about 2 years old. He and I worked on several, I don't know, probably about 15 tracks. We were at the time very inspired by the movie, not the movie, the TV anime Lane. I don't know, what is it like? It's a short one. If you haven't seen it before or heard of it, go check it out. It's a very interesting, like techno cyber kind of anime that has a lot of interesting things with it. And we were just taking cues and ideas and thoughts from the music, the sound design, and other things to try and build out some tracks. So this particular track has a guitar loop in it that I don't know, maybe actually was used in Lane or was inspired by. But let's just check out what we got here. I don't even know how this is going to sound. I'm going to start by just playing. Oh boy, we got the spinning ball of death. That's not necessarily a good sign here. But let's see if we can get something we can actually play for a little bit and just bounce around. And then I'll start thinking about what I want to do with it. Come here, buddy. There we go. Okay, so it took 6 or 7 minutes to process. It looks like it probably was a little bit faster to process. So we got different tracks here clearly. So I should be able to just play this. Let's click play and see what we got. And I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit more, just because it's kind of loud. Hopefully you can hear it all right. But you'll kind of, we'll play it a little bit, then I'll start playing around with muting and unmuting stuff. So far, this sounds like the track, and it sounds like what I remember. So let's go. Let's go solo the vocals. I want to see how good this is. This was computer generated vocals using the Mac tools that allowed you to create the voice. And I was doing pitching and other technique, time stretching in Ableton Live to get this. So let's just skip over. Can we skip up? No. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. We should also have guitar going on here. Let's maybe bass, strings. So we got strings. We can listen to that. Okay, I can hear a little bit of that clicky percussion. We're getting a little bit of like kind of leaking from other tracks, but I'll be honest, I'm pretty impressed. String track separation is probably not that helpful. So I'm just stopping it here. I don't want this video to go forever, but I have to say, I am pretty impressed with how this sounds. It's not perfect, but absolutely is something I think I can work with for doing some remixes. So next up, we'll start figuring out how to kind of work with the tool, get things exported, and maybe we'll have an SP404 Mark II or an MPC beside me next to after we kind of do some stem separation and just start grabbing stuff and see what makes sense to kind of work with. Anyway, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good, and peace.